Back here at Ryse Wrestling, my name's Jim Amata, being joined by Ty Cross. Opening round matchup in the Ryse #1 Contender tournament. The winner of this tournament will go on to challenge whomever the champion may be on October 25th, but it's a long way there, a long road, as we're seeing Gory ultra aggressive here, taking it to the founder of this organization.
Like you said, Jim, it's a long road. Gory wanting to try to get a jump on things, maybe try to get a quick victory here, makes a lot of sense. Keep yourself fresh. Keep yourself fresh for the future rounds.
Shoulders down, finds two. Look out here, misdirection. Roll through, Brandon hanging on and has Gory all tied up, shoulders down. The MasterKlass living up to his name there. There are very few people that can match agility with Gory, but Brandon K may be one of them. Shoulders down one more time. Gory forced to escape.
Unbelievable. Technical wrestling to open this contest here for Brandon K. Wow. Gory tried to get the jump on things, but Brandon K has turned this match completely around, Jim.
Very smart wrestling from Gory there. Takes a timeout, rolls outside to regroup, slows down the momentum of Brandon K, but Brandon's going to press the advantage.
And these are two of the greatest active veterans in Pittsburgh wrestling's history going at it right now in the opening round of this tournament. And that's how impressive the field is in this tournament for the Ryse Grand Championship. That's how impressive the competitors in this tournament are, that the opening round contest, the first matchup of the tournament, is Brandon K versus Gory.
And something I want you to think about, Ty Cross, you're a former Ryse Tag Team Champion. Brandon K and Gory have won championships everywhere they've gone, except for Ryse Wrestling. I really believe that the winner of this matchup could put themselves in a position to truly complete their Pittsburgh wrestling resume. We're going to find out who's going to advance before we go off the air here. Man, that's why they call it high risk.
And Brandon K, you notice maybe a little bit of a stutter step there on his way up. You know, he's still trying to do these things that he's been doing for all these years, and you got to wonder, is the body of Brandon K slowing down, and he's not adjusting his offense to cater to that? And there's an instance right there where you see just that slight hesitation. Gory's so quick, so good, and you see here so evil as well, what we're seeing here.
Yeah, some things illustrate themselves.
Yeah, and to be honest, you got to wonder, is Brandon K have a point where now he's going to have to start trying to readjust his offense to what he can do? He doesn't do the things. He can't do the things that he did when he was 24, 25 years old.
Referee Nick Brown, one of the best in the business, having his hands full here, because we know Gory is an assassin inside those ring ropes, and once again, that impact illustrates itself. Gory is a kamikaze. He will use his body as a weapon. One of the many things that makes him so dangerous is he finds another two that time. It is very rare that a nearly 30-year pro like Brandon K, someone who is so solid, someone who may be the best all-around Pittsburgh wrestler we've ever seen, is in this much trouble this early.
Absolutely. Gory he weathered look, a big clothesline there. He weathered the early storm, the pins, but a lot of the offense that Brandon was hitting on Gory wasn't as high impact as it was quick pinning predicaments to try to get this win early. So Gory, even though he took a lot of offense early, didn't sustain a lot of damage. You can see holding the ribs there, but still, Gory relatively fresh, and now Brandon K is taking some devastating offense from Gory.
Let me ask you something, Ty Cross. Being an in-ring competitor for 10 years as you were, what do you think should be the strategy in a multiple event tournament like this? Because not only do they have to win this matchup, they have to prepare themselves for their opponent all over again coming into the second and third round. How do you see these two athletes in particular working their way through a multi-event tournament like this?
Well, one thing I can tell you with a multi, you can see Brandon K fighting back from underneath here.
Ducks his head up and over, shoulders down. Two and a half
out there. And another shot down.
Man, Gory lowered the boom right there, center ring.
Handle. But what I was saying is, in a multi-event tournament, your body does have more time to recover than in a tournament that takes place in one night. I've been a part of both. I've been a part of one-night tournaments. I've been a part of multi-event tournaments. So the one thing I can say is you will see more caution thrown to the wind here because there is that time to recover. And what I enjoy about multi-event tournaments, Jim, is you will see, look at the biting we're seeing here from Gory.
And this is the nasty nature of Gory. Make no mistake about it.
As the tournament
he
goes
is an
on,
absolute carnivore inside this ring ropes. I'm sorry.
My apologies. As the tournament goes on, you will see, barring a significant injury, wow.
Look at the velocity on that impact.
Barring a significant injury, you're going to see the best out of people as this tournament goes on because they have time to recover. Wow. Double stomp.
Cover here, shoulders down. And Brandon showing his trademark tenacity, that resiliency that he has displayed for nearly 3 decades.
Absolutely. Like I was saying, you're going to see them throw caution to the wind here because they won't have time to recover. And as the second and third rounds go on, you're going to see these competitors at their best, like I said, barring some kind of significant injury taking place.
And I really believe that this format, as you said, where the rounds will take place, and look out,
wow,
big time impact. What this allows for is the best of the best to come out the winner of this tournament. There will be no flukes. Everyone will have time to prepare for their opponents. And that also makes everyone that much sharper and thus that much more dangerous.
Absolutely. I would compare, look at the choking here from Gory. I would compare a single night tournament as a test of resiliency, and I would compare a multi-event tournament as a test of strategy.
Absolutely, very well said. And right now we're seeing Brandon K on his back foot. That is also not something that you see every day. But Gory is just that aggressive and quite frankly that violent because he will strip the meat from the bones. Oh man!
Gory went for that. He went for that clothesline again.
Telegraphed it, and he may be checking his teeth right there.
There aren't a lot of wrestlers in Pittsburgh that learn on the fly, that can adjust on the fly the way Brandon K is able to. He saw that. He ate that clothesline earlier in the match. Gory went for it again, but Brandon was able to adjust. And that's how impressive of a wrestler Brandon K is.
We're going to find out who is going to be in the second round come September 27th.
A chin checker to the shoulder right there.
And really stringing the offense together. That's how you build a rally. Interception. That's some classic Brandon K offense right there. Shoulders down. Man, the in-ring generalship of Brandon K is truly second to none.
And you get, just like you're saying, he's nowhere near the ropes for any of these pinning combinations. And you'll see guys try to maybe stretch a little too far with their pinning combos because they think they can do it. They end up tied up in the ropes. You see Brandon K here, just like you said, a MasterKlass ring general in between those ropes.
And Gory snacking on the metacarpals of the founder of this organization.
That huge knee connected. Wow.
Oh, right to the side of the face and then the jaw. Gory may be the most dynamic wrestler on the roster.
What an unbelievable combination. I thought this was over, but that shows you the duality of styles. Gory and Brandon K. Brandon K hits you with a lot of misdirection and pinfalls, but Gory hits you with a lot of misdirection and impact. And that impact that Gory hits you with could be the key difference here. I think Gory's going to have a leg up just because of the offense that he brings to the table. Brandon is flashy, but if he is unable to keep a very slithery Gory from kicking out, Gory's going to hit the impact moves later as this contest goes on.
Could be going for that QAS.
And another
counter.
He did get him. Forget everything I said, Jim. Brandon K with the multiple pinning maneuvers, was able to catch Gory off guard there. Unbelievable.
It takes just 3 seconds, Ty Cross, and in the span of those 3 seconds, the founder of this organization, Pittsburgh legend Brandon Kay, has advanced to the second round, September 27th at the Connellsville Slovak Club.